come the man they got big bag of crisp over there, man? And the man they talking all that shit and got all them chips, man. Shit ain't even making sense.
Please don't let go. If you're my nigga, I'ma ride for you. Please.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Looked into the big face show. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Welcome and welcome to a new episode of Talks with Big Face. You know, I went out yesterday and I was chilling and I said to myself, when I wake up tomorrow, I need to do a new episodes of TWB. And today, we're going to talk about this book here, Power. And what I think I'm going to do on a few episodes is just go through a few different things in this book. For me, to other people, if you're a, I would say professional, good book reader and you've been reading for a while and you're into books and you know how to protect your brain from reading or going too far into, you know, things that you might not want to dive into, I would say this book is the wrong book to start off with. But it's a great book because it's got a lot of things in there that once you master yourself, you could go back to this book and use in a way that could help you benefit. Because there's some people that will read this book and just see power, and there's a lot of people in the world that just want power. Power comes in a lot of different ways, you know, same way money comes in a lot of different ways. But yeah, there's different ways of how to use power and how you can go about using your power. You don't want to be too caught up in your own power, because when you get too caught up in your power, you become consumed. You lose awareness of, you know, self and what you was really set to do. Some people get so, they call it power hungry, or like they say, money hungry. You lose the qualities and the things that you came in with. You threw that out the window just to go crazy for power. But I want to read this one page here. We're going to start on the first page. Never outshine the master. I think that's always going to be important, because a lot of people forget that in everything there is a hierarchy. They forget that sometimes, you know, it could be made up, it could be man-made. But for me, I think there's always going to be a top, middle, bottom, because there's always people like that. So you get, you know, apex, you know, then you get the middle people. I forgot the names for them, but there's names for different types of behaviors and different types of people. And by the way you carry yourself, a person of, you know, confidence could see that, and they can conspire and say, you know, I'm going to use this person for this, or I'm going to use this person for that. Or a person that of something else could look at you and say, well, I'm going to use this one for this. So in the life, we have to understand that we're all going to need to use each other. Using is something that everybody's going to need to do to get to where they're going to get to. But it's how you do it, you know. If you're going to use people to just use people to benefit yourself, the wrong thing. But some people will take that route. If you're going to use people for both of you, or both parties to benefit, it could be a good thing, you know. There's no ways of saying how people get about it is good or bad, but people have feelings and they will tell you themselves. But yeah, man, so let's get into this. As I said, we're going to read Never Outshine Your Master. So, judgment. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior in their desire to please and impress them. Do not go too far in displaying your talents, or you might accomplish the opposite. Inspire fear and insecurity. Make your master appear more brilliant than they are, and you will obtain the heights of power. So, let's say in the music and the film industry and all of these things, whoever the masters are behind these people's earnings, are who they display, and they keep they keep making them appear more brilliant, you know, by praising them, by giving thanks to them for the things that they obtain from them. So let's say like a music record producer, he would be the master, and the person that records, that's signed to him, would be would be the um would be the student. So never outshine your master. The perfect person for that example is Jay-Z. Never outshine your master. He will always make his master look good so he could obtain what he needs to obtain. You know? When you start thinking that you're too big for your own master or too big for the person that's teaching you, that's when you start going wrong. But when you're humble, you know, you get pie. You understand me? When you're humble, you get pie. So be humble so you can receive pie. So, let's go. Everyone has insecurities. When you show yourself in the world and display your talents, you naturally stir up all kinds of resentments, envy, and other manifestations. And that's true. Once somebody sees your talent, or they can see that you've got a bright light, instantly they want to hate you, or they want to call other people to come and, look at this person. I don't know who they think they are. You understand? So that's what that means. Manifestation of insecurity. This is to be expected. You need to expect these things. You cannot spend your life worrying about the petty feelings of others. You can't, because what people say to you doesn't matter. What people say to you will have you sitting down, pondering, caring, while they're outside having fun, or they're outside living their life, or they're outside chasing their dream while they got you on hold. With those above you, however, you must take a different approach when it comes to power. Outshining the master is perhaps the worst mistake of all. Do not fool yourself into thinking that life has changed much since the days of Louis the Eighth, and I don't know how to say that word. We're gonna skip it. Those who obtain high standing in life are like kings and queens. They want to feel secure in their position and superior to those around them in intelligence, wit, and charm. It is a deadly but common misperception to believe that by displaying and vaunting your gifts and talents, you are winning the master's affection. This is very true. You might get a group of people, and they might have a boss in their group, and you got the one person that's got talented, but his talent might be fighting or something like that, and instead of using it in the boxing ring, he uses it to show his boss that he can just beat up people, and anytime he'll just beat up people to satisfy the boss. But then it gets to a point where the boss might not want you to beat up people all the time, so now you start doing it for yourself, and then you start feeling bigger in yourself because you might be able to knock out the boss. But you're not meant to say that stuff. You're not allowed even to display that you can knock out the boss. You're meant to always respect. And if the boss is looking and he's seeing, bro, this shit is getting a bit cocky. You feel me? Don't be cocky. Don't do too much. Because when you do too much, now I've got to look at you and think, if you're doing that, how long until you get here? You understand? Okay, so where was we? So, he may find appreciation, but at his first opportunity, he will replace you with someone less intelligent, less attractive, and less threatening. Very true. Know what you're doing. This law involves two rules that you must realize. First, you can inadvertently outshine a master simply by being yourself. So what does that mean? Be aware of your being. If you know that you have a bright light and you're a general at home, or you're naturally a general and your boss ain't, and you can see this, you dim down what you have. Like, example, I go into many places and a lot of people do not know and will never know that I am able to do what I do. Because sometimes I've witnessed and I've noticed that a lot of people hate when I smile, or they hate the light that they see from me. So it's not that I care about what people think, no, it's for me to notice that some people just don't like it. And for me to be easy in my movements, let me dim it down a bit, but still move. You understand? I dim it down just for these people to be easy so I can move about easy. If you keep thinking that you're too big, you become a nuisance. And when you become a nuisance, now we have the people that must come to, as it said here. You understand? They will replace you with someone less intelligent, less attractive, and less threatening. Because a lot of people are scared. And once their possession is being threatened, or their position is being threatened, they feel like they need to do something about it. So, there are masters who are more insecure than others. Monstrally insecure. You may naturally outshine them by your charm and grace. If you cannot help being charming, you must learn to avoid such monsters of vanity, or find a way to mute your good qualities when you're in their company. You see the example I just gave you guys? Mute your qualities when you're in their companies. It doesn't mean that you're dumbing yourself down for people. It means you're aware of self and you're aware of what's happening right now. To the point where you can even say to yourself, yo, let me turn down my light quickly, because a lot of people's not liking how I'm shining, so let me ease it. You might be a boss, but your boss is in the same room, and your boss is coming and he's just wearing a normal Primark top and a normal Primark shirt, and he might have a G-Shock watch on, but he's your boss, and he calls you for a meeting. You come to the meeting and you're wearing a gold Rolex, Louis Vuitton, gold teeth, and you're walking in there like, say that's your house. Sometimes people have to watch you because he has to say, he still ain't learned. Some people don't learn. Less is more. So just to finish it off. So, second, never imagine that because the master loves you, you can do anything you want. I'm going to end it there. And on the next episode, I'm probably going to carry on and we're going to read more. And just to end it there on that note, just because the master loves you doesn't mean you can do anything you want. And that applies to anything and everything. Just don't get too brave. Don't get out of your position. Don't look down on people. Some people are with people for so long that they forget to look at the worth of people, and they start to look down at that person, and they start to cuss that person because some people give a lot and you're giving a lot to the wrong person, and when the wrong person is being given that, they don't care, and they will tell you as well. They will show you that it's you that keeps coming back. I keep showing you that I don't really care, but you keep coming back. So in life, what was that last bit? So in life, like, don't let anyone think they can do anything that they want to you. When people start doing anything that they want to you, is because they've lost respect in you. In this life, keep your respect. Be good to yourself. Don't overdo it. And just keep yourself low sometimes. It's not every day everyone should see you. But I'm happy to be back. Talks with Big Face. More episodes out every Sunday from now. And yeah, everyone have a good day. Stay up. Be blessed.